Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my CFL Week 11 prediction video. As always, I'm going to go through the last week. So Week 10. So let me just say, before I get into this is the first week that I've actually watched all the highlights to the games. I've seen like one or two live, including the Taipei one and the Montreal one, which I'll get into. Those two games I saw a bit of at least, and then the other two I didn't see at all, so the other two I watched highlights. And this week was full of turnovers, fumbles, great catches, penalties, like a lot of stuff, which I'm sure it's full of that every week, but now that I've just seen everything, I'm like, wow, so that's a great catch, that's a penalty, like there's so many penalties, or there's so many great catches, or so many great plays, so many great like throws, and just a lot of great plays. So starting off with Winnipeg and BC, so again, I watched the highlights to all these games, which I haven't done in the past, which I probably should start doing, assuming I'm commenting on the game, so I might as well. That makes sense, right? So I did I did choose BC, or sorry, I did choose Winnipeg over BC, and Winnipeg did win 32-16. I think it was kind of like a close game from what I saw. I think BC even had the lead, but then like turnovers, like like a blocked punt return or like a blocked punt, and then like it just led to Winnipeg escaping, and they had won 32-16. Again, like a lot of great a lot of great plays, blocks, and everything. Like, it was just really good. Edmonton in Toronto, and I think it was the CNE weekend, which I did not know that. But Edmonton was able to win 41-26. Toronto did keep coming back from what I saw in the highlights, but like every time Toronto came back, Edmonton responded. So let's say it was like 30-26, for example, or it was 34-26. Like if Toronto was able to get a stop, they could have got a TD plus the 2-point convert to make it tied. But they were unable to do so, and Edmonton just kept responding. Like, it was just kind of more like a response game. Touchdown, okay, touchdown, okay, touchdown. Like 41-26 is pretty high scoring to me, especially the 41. So, but definitely a great game from what I saw. Obviously the highlights is all. I do feel like I'm missing a lot of CFL, so I do want to get back into it. But now it's school starting soon, it's not going to probably come true. But yeah, so these two games I did see a bit of at least. So Hamilton did win. Oh wait, so I chose Edmonton over Toronto, and they did win, so I was 2-0. And then I chose Hamilton. No, I chose Ottawa over Hamilton. Hamilton was able to win 21-7. The last time I saw a score, it was I think 18-7 or something like that. And then I went out, or no, it was 16-7. And I went out, and then I was able to look at the score on my phone, just updates on my data, and I saw they had won 21-7. So the defense was obviously really good. Really important too when you don't score as much. 21-7, you won by 2 TDs, but it obviously was a lot closer. It was like 4-1 at some point. It was like 11-1, which is still not that bad. So it was still pretty close, and it was always in Ottawa's reach, which made me nervous. I didn't expect a blow up. Again, I chose Ottawa. I expected Ottawa to win. So I am really happy that Hamilton was able to win by 2 TDs, and I think that broke a 3, 4, or 5 game losing streak to Ottawa. So they finally broken that. And they're not the only one that broke a streak. So Montreal and Calgary. Obviously, I chose Calgary. I was pretty confident, and I lost 70 points for that. So this game did go to overtime. It was a pretty good game actually. From what I saw. The last time I saw, I think it was 17-14, somewhere in the 10. They were in 17-18, somewhere in that point range. I come back and I see the score is 20-30. I'm like, oh, damn, I missed a lot. Because this was a doubleheader yesterday as well, so obviously I was out, right? I came home and then I watched this, and it was just insane. So it did go to overtime. The thing I did miss was the comeback from Montreal. They were down, I think, 11 or 12 with 1:40 left. They were able to get a TD quick. They were able to, with 30 seconds left, do the onset kick. They were able to get the ball, which in my years, I swear to God, I've never seen. I've seen once or twice, this one live. I mean live. I've never really seen. Especially one of my teams, when my team was Hamilton was down, and I would never really see them get the ball on an onside kick, and it just sucked. But this time, it was damn, they actually got it, and then they were able to tie it 28-28. Yes, 28-28, and then they were. Yeah, it was also penalty assists as well, a few drives that I know that I noticed. So it was 34. No, it was 28-28, and then of course I don't know if you guys know how CFL works, or CFL overtime works at all, but basically it's just you start on the other team's 35-yard line. You basically try to score. If you do get a touchdown, then you have to go for 2 points, because then a 1 point convert's easier, and then like let's say you do it, so then it's 34-28. Then if the other team also gets the touchdown, they start on the opposing team's 35, they get a touchdown, it's 34-34. And then if Montreal was able to get the 2 points, the 2 point convert, and Calgary did not, then they would win. Simple as that. If it's still tied, it goes to a second round. If it's tied after round 2, then it's over. Like CFL kind of ends in a tie. It's rare though. It's rare. So this one, it was 34-28 Calgary. They missed the 2 point convert. Montreal was able to come back and score a TD. They weren't able to get the 2 point convert either. 34-34 going into round 2. Montreal was able to score oh my god. Montreal was able to score the TD and then missed the 2 point convert. It was 40-34. Calgary knew what they needed. They were unable to get a touchdown, meaning they lost. But might I add, in the very last like thingy of the thing, it was just insane because like he did catch it. His 1 foot was like sliding, like it was kind of like pretend this is the floor. It was kind of like just above. If it touched, then it would have been a TD, and then it would have been tied. And then Calgary could have won 42-40, or it could have been a tie at 40, which would have been insane. I do not like tie games, so like I'm glad that someone ended up winning. Like usually CFL does end up someone winning. Like it's really rare that there's a tie. Like, there's never a tie. Like I swear, it's so rare. And anyway, guys, that was like a 6-minute throwback to like week 10, which is obviously not what I normally do. So you're probably gonna see this video and say, "What the hell? Get on with the week. This is not week 10. This is week 11, bitch." So I'm getting on with it. But this is what happens when I watch the highlights and when I watch games live. It's just insane. It was crazy games that I saw. So don't worry, I did already pick all my games for this week, so hopefully this video is under like 10 minutes long, if my computer loads, because once again I'm upstairs. But this time I do have everything chosen and everything, so I'm actually more on track. Like I'm not doing this all scrambled and I'm not knowing what I'm doing. I'm just waiting on the internet now, which kind of sucks. There we go, now it's loaded. So week 11 is starting Friday, so like obviously it's only Sunday, so I'm like way ahead, which is obviously good. So Winnipeg at Edmonton, so of course I did like go on the CFL site to like see like what every team's at, and I did end up choosing Winnipeg over Edmonton, and because they're like first and second or second and third, Winnipeg is tied with Hamilton 7-2. Hamilton's 7-2 record, I forgot to mention that, is tied with Winnipeg 7-2 record, so they're both first in the league, tied for first, I guess you could say in the whole league. But because Edmonton is still pretty good too, 52% towards Winnipeg, 48% towards Edmonton. So this is like one of the closest like matchup, you know, it's a lot closer. So I did choose Winnipeg with like only 50% just because I'm not totally sure. And as I normally do, I put 50, I'm going to lower that to like 45 just because I'm really not sure. Like CFL is predictable, but it's really not predictable. I'm getting into the next game, Saturday, and this is going to be a doubleheader as well, 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. And of course, I work that day, but I've done it 8 that day, so I'll miss out of this, but I'll be able to watch that one. Awesome. So, sorry. So yeah, Ottawa in Saskatchewan. Of course, Ottawa has been struggling. I did end up choosing Saskatchewan. I did not expect this ratio to be the way it is, 92-8% towards Saskatchewan. That's insane. I did not expect that. I'm only putting 50% confidence because I do not feel so confident with this. Again, it's like 50%. Again, like 50 points predicted like I normally do, just because like it's so hard for me to go any higher than that. It's just so hard. Even for this one, Hamilton in BC at 10 p.m. Saturday, the second game of the doubleheader, I do have Hamilton chosen just because it's hard to not choose. It's hard to not choose Hamilton. They've won 7 of 9. They've won a few in a row, I think now, or 2 in a row, maybe, I don't know, or maybe just they won the last game. I don't even know anymore. But they've still won like 5 of 6, or like and then obviously 7 of 9. So they've been like really good. Like even without Mazzoli, they've been like really good. Like they've been able to like their defense 7 points allowed in Ottawa. That's really good. No touchdowns allowed. The 7 points was I think just a 1 point, like a single point, and 2 field goals. That's all we allowed, which is obviously really good. Like you would think it's a touchdown, but it's not. So yeah, I would say the Hamilton can definitely win this game, but BC also can. The pattern is 64% towards Hamilton, 36% towards BC. I do think BC can still win this game. Like, I know I chose Hamilton before to win, and they did. My confidence here, 55, I'm going to draw that down to 50 again, because I'm not totally sure. It's actually pretty hard for me to guess. Like, I don't even know. I'm going to put 55 points predicted, though, because I feel like this one could be a high-scoring one. BC, I do think can win, but they're I was going to say unbeaten at home. They're winless at home. And Hamilton, I believe, is 2-2 on the road, or 3-2, I don't know. Obviously at home they're a lot better, but they can definitely win in BC. They beat BC at home. They won their last game in Ottawa, and Ottawa's a pretty good team too. So Sunday, August 25th, Montreal at Toronto at 12 o'clock p.m. Am I off that day? Yes, I believe. Yes, I am. Awesome. 25th, I am off, right? Yes, I am. So good thing I didn't take that shift that day, otherwise I would watch the full thing. Anyway, so this game's at 12 noon on Sunday, Montreal and Toronto, and Toronto has not been good. I mean, they lost 41-26 at home. It's not that bad, like by 15, or I don't know math, but 15? I don't know, whatever. 15 or 16, I don't know, man. 14, 15, or 16. But Toronto definitely has the ability to win. It's just like Montreal has been like picking it up a little bit. Like, they obviously won their first game in Calgary in, I think, a decade or 10 years or so. Yeah, the last time they won was 2009. It's 2019, so 10 years, a decade. So Montreal is, oh, I didn't even notice this, 81% towards Montreal. You never really see the pick trend that much towards Montreal, no offense, but it's 81 to 19, the pick trend. My pick here is like 55% just because like Toronto has been pretty good, like Montreal has been pretty good too. I think they're more one of the lower teams, but it'll be a great game. Like, this will be another great week, I believe. And I noticed that I chose 3 away teams out of 1 home team, and the 1 home team I did choose was Saskatchewan. I swear, it's always all road teams or all home teams I pick. Like, I never even noticed it until after. So when I pick over Edmonton, Saskatchewan over Ottawa, Hamilton over BC, and Montreal over Toronto, it should be another great week. If it's anything like last week, oh, this is going to be great. So Friday, August 23rd, I am off that day. Saturday, I'm not off, but I will be able to see the majority of that game and the next game after that. And Sunday, I'm off. So this week's games, I should be able to see almost every single game. Not every single minute, but I still will be able to watch at least every single game. So that's good. So hopefully I'll actually watch all the games. But that's going to do it for the CFL video. It is longer. If you guys want me to go in more in depth like I did today, then I will, but I would need to watch all highlights for the past week if I don't watch, but that's fine with me. It's still pretty good. So yeah, definitely was not a bad week. Again, if it's anything, if this week's going to be anything like last week, it'll be great. Let me know in the comments below like what you guys thought of week 10, what you guys think of week 11 coming up, like what are your picks. And no one really comments their picks, like whoever, if you guys want to, then go ahead. Feel free, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.